Hello Libra, this is Victoria and I'm here with your March Tarot forecast. As always, we'll be looking at your love life and personal life. We'll be looking at your career space and workspace, and we'll get you guidance from the universe on how to best utilize the energy of the month of March. At the end, I'll post some messages from a person of interest to yourself, so make sure you stick around for that. We will begin with a quick oracle message, so without any other interruptions, let's do that. And I've already gotten a card for you, Libra. By the way, these readings are for Sun, Moon, and Rising Libra. So if you're checking this for a sun sign, please check out videos for your other placements too. If you don't know what they are, I mean, these days it's very easy to put in your information to, I don't know, some kind of LLM model, and it will calculate it for you if you have your date of birth, time of birth, and place of birth. With all that said, let's get started. Oh, and of course, I appreciate your likes, comments, shares, and if you're new, please subscribe to the channel. There's more info in the description box about my services and my content. So, Libra, you've got the Mystic Healer card. Healing energy flows through you. That means that there's a Mystic Healer that's helping you heal through something at this time, and also that you're able to help somebody else with their healing process. And if you're immediately thinking, this is just too woo-woo for me, or I've never considered myself a healer, or I don't even know what that means, it doesn't have to be that complicated. Sometimes just by sharing of your story or showing your support and love to people around you, it can be healing for them, right? For some person, for you, it may be a gesture of kindness. For the person on the other side, it may be reinstating that unconditional love exists, right? Or that kindness exists when somebody does something good just because, without any agenda. You never know. And the point is, you don't necessarily have to know, right? Sometimes you say something like a phrase, or you tell a story, and for you, it's just another day in the office. So it's just a fun story to share, I don't know, over a drink on a Friday night. But the other person will resonate so much that they will immediately say, you know what, this changes everything for me. Or they will go sleep on it and they will realize that they will get some kind of insight for their life, for their situation. So beautiful energy, always good to see this. We are in Mercury retrograde, in active retrograde till the 20th of March. And after that, there will be a shadow period for a few weeks. So essentially, the entire month of March is occupied by this retrograde energy. And this is a good time for looking within and for exploring what is it that you can heal, what is it that you'd like to look at in your own story, where you feel like there are some unresolved issues, or there is lack of understanding why things turned out the way that they did. Okay, so for your personal life and love life, you have Nine of Pentacles. Immediately singles card. But we'll see what happens. Let me lay out the spread first. The Hierophant, you could be dealing with a Taurus. It's another sign that's led by or guarded by the Venus as a planet. Two of Cups. Plot twist. For your career space, we have Queen of Wands. The Sun, this is Leo energy. This is the happiest card in the deck, and it's in the middle of your reading. Beautiful. Four of Pentacles. You have a lot to be excited about and grateful for and happy about, Libra. The question is, do you see it? Do you remind yourself of that, of those blessings that you have? And it's not even like, oh, some other people would kill for what you have. No, I'm not even talking about that, right? But just generally what you value in your own universe, right? How many of your dreams have already come true? Beautiful people that you have in your life, without comparing to anybody else's situation, just within your own right, for your own standards, values, and goals in life. Look at that, your card, Justice. So for the advice, we have Justice, just Libra energy. We have Nine of Swords, All air so far, and we have 5 of Wands. Wow. Oof. So there may be people who are ready to rain on your parade this month, who maybe feel that healing power that you have, or at least welcoming peaceful energy, and they may want to feed off that, you know. And by the way, some people do it completely subconsciously. It's not something, that's how that's where that esoteric meets science, you know, and where there's so many studies and proofs, scientific proofs of how much faster we read another person's energy than we make some kind of conscious decisions or conclusions based on what they tell us, our communication, and so on and so forth, right? Because that subconscious level, it kind of goes into it immediately. And even without us necessarily acknowledging, oh, I like this person's energy, or, you know, I'd like to get more attention from them, or to learn from them, or whatever it may be, right? Even without that, we are being attracted towards that energy that is high vibrational, that is peaceful, that brings us into a balanced and grounded state, right? And then of course it goes into that other side of the spectrum where it becomes toxic, manipulative, and yeah, there are definitely people that feed off other people's energy pretty consciously. With all that said, there's your personal space energy. 9 of Pentacles, the Hierophant, and the 2 of Cups. I like this beginning with like understanding who you are and what is it that you're looking for, right? This is getting clarity on what do you want to build in a relationship with another person, whether it's a love partner, a friend, a close family member. This is like, in this space, we're talking about intimate connections, emotionally more than anything else, right? So whatever is relevant to you, maybe right now you're establishing a new friendship and it's relevant in that context, right? The baseline for any close intimate relationship is going to be the same energetically with how we see giving and receiving love. It may look different socially, but energetically it will still have the same baseline. So understand what it is for you. What are your standards? What are your non-negotiables, right? For some of you, because you've been with someone for such a long time, or, you know, a lot of people have trouble being by themselves, so they'd rather jump into a new relationship than being on their own. If that's you, then this is your chance right now to really spend time on your own and establish what is it that you love, that you are passionate about. What is your world? Like if you had a chance to create whatever you want tomorrow, like all bets are off, just anything is possible. What would that look like for you? Paint that world. Maybe for some of you, paint it quite literally. Why not? And with the Hierophant here, it's about establishing your relationship with your higher power, your belief system, right? What is it about the universe, your life, the ancestry? What is it, right? Again, without any bias, without just taking on what, I don't know, maybe you grew up with, right? Just considering what resonates for you. And you can do a little bit of research and study a little bit more about different schools of thought, religions, right? But for the most part, in our adult life, we're still drawn to a certain area, right? To a certain belief system, to a certain higher power idea and concept, right? And there's no wrong or right answer, right? And even it doesn't have to stay that way for the rest of your life, but at the very least, reconfirm for yourself, like, this is what I believe, this is me. Especially if it's something that intuitively feels imposed on you by, I don't know, parents, partner, society, what have you. Reestablish for yourself that this is your conscious choice now. Nobody's making you be part of it, right? Or believe in it, right? If you continue to stay with it, that is your conscious choice. Very important part. And then the magic happens and the soulmate appears. Whoever you were trying to attract here, or you had in mind, doesn't even have to be a specific person. Maybe you are on your own right now and you're looking to establish a connection. That's the recipe for it, for you, Libra. And as Libras tend to like to compromise and avoid conflict, I would say especially it is important to understand what is it that you want. before you can attract the person that would be in alignment with you on that. For a career space, you have Queen of Wands, you have the Sun, and the Four of Pentacles. This is fiery energy. You could be dealing with someone who's a fire sign in your workspace or in your business, or it's that area, it's that energy, that element that comes to you to reignite your enthusiasm and your motivation for what is it that you're building, why, what is the deeper reason or more global reason for it, right? How is it changing the world, changing someone's lives or something like that, you know? Or how is it at least making you joyful and happy and like in your highest expression, right? It's not the time to necessarily spend a lot, invest a lot, and take a lot of action on the outside, but it is the time to, again, dive deeper into either why you started in the first place, if you're sticking with something that you've been doing for a while, or if you are looking for something new, for inspiration, then yeah, definitely focus on that. Don't put yourself under pressure for a business plan or a certain deadline, right? It's more about getting it right than getting it out fast. And we come to the advice, the Justice, the Nine of Swords, and the Five of Wands. There will be forces that will be trying to distract you or trying to get you into your old way of thinking of like, well, this is just how the world is, or this is what others will accept of me, you know, and I want to be accepted. And again, this is another part that sometimes we don't necessarily say out loud, but we all want to be accepted by our tribe, right? Like historically, that's been the idea. We want to be accepted by our tribe. We want to be successful. We want to survive and thrive. And that was like a prerequisite to that, right? So we want to comply. We want to appear successful more than anything for those purposes. And now you can think about that in the context of power struggle in the world, of wars, of politics, and etc., etc., right? That primal instinct stays with us, right? So yeah, it is important to keep peace, maybe even to be a peacekeeper if that's part of your identity, but not at the expense of what is true to you, what is dear to you, right? So it's about establishing that and holding strong with that inner balance more than anything, right? And disregarding the external circumstances that may confuse you or stir up some old wounds in you. That might happen, very likely. Okay, what is the message for Libra from their person of interest? Last but not least. Message for Libra. Ace of Cups, beautiful. Eight of Cups and Nine of Wands. Oh wow, yeah, so your person definitely has a lot of love for you, and this is the After Tarot card, where in the regular tarot they don't have a heart in hand, but this is very explicit. This is like, there's no mistake here. They love you very much, they acknowledge it, they know it. Even if they don't tell you it, if they don't tell you, it's because it's so overwhelming that it actually scares them. It's like impact in every area of their life, this connection, this love that they feel for you, right? On the back of it though, there's still some fears, right? And fear of repeating the old mistakes. Like there are some mistakes that they know that they've made in previous relationships and they don't want to make the same ones with you. And it's like, because this feels so important, it's like the level of fear rises, you know, for like, I'm gonna screw it up, right? And maybe I should run away before I hurt this person, before I hurt Libra so much. I wouldn't say for sure whether it's gonna go away or not, but I would say that definitely there is space here for bringing in more, again, peace and balance, but again, from a place of love, not of a place of like, I just want to avoid conflict or losing this person, but from a place of like, you know what, this should be a safe space. And we should be able to talk openly about what is bothering us, what we're afraid of, what we admire about each other. It's part of the deal, right? And maybe that's a conversation that you can have. I mean, it is Mercury retrograde, but it doesn't mean that you cannot have any important conversations. It's just more about bringing in grace and kindness and compassion into it, right? And also now that you have a bit of an insight that the person does have a lot of fears of hurting you, of repeating the old mistakes, of being triggered at a certain point. And I'm hearing for a lot of them, they've been putting up with a lot of stuff that bothered them because they didn't want to admit that they were, I don't know, jealous or angry or scared or something. But it's bubbling up and they're afraid that it's going to explode one day. So they're still looking for ways to release it or, you know, to change things in a healthy way. But I don't really see them knowing exactly what to do. So it's still a search at the moment. Okay, I'm gonna leave it here. Thank you so much for joining me today, Libra. I hope this was useful for you. Please don't forget to like the video and subscribe to my channel. And until next time,